So today we are going to be talking about Captain Marvel. It was good. It really is a good movie. It kind of strays away from your typical MCU movie. Usually an MCU movie is about this hot guy who is having the time of his life, has a girl, then he gets in some screws up with something, and then he gets these powers, or in case of Iron Man, he makes his own powers. And then they gotta fight the bad guy, and then boom. Captain Marvel obviously doesn't fall into that category. The film is actually about a woman named Veers, who works for this galactic force. I forgot what it was named, and they got to defeat this alien race. Again, I forgot what they were called. Who could transform into anything. Basically, if Mystique from the X-Men was an entire race. And also, they were not just women, and they were green. Yeah, pretty much what these things are. So, Veers ends up on Earth, and he ends up running into... Did I say he? Did I just say he? I think I just said he. So, she ends up running into Nick Fury, a younger Nick Fury. This takes place in the 90s, after all. This was before he lost his eye, and I just want to say, this movie gives a reason, its way. This movie reveals how Fury lost his eye. It's actually kind of funny. And so, yeah. They're trying to stop the things, but meanwhile, Fears is having memories of being on Earth, and she doesn't, and they aren't her memories. Also, she has superpowers. She can get fired out of her hands. So yeah, that's pretty much the basis of the movie. And first off, the story I think is good. There are a lot of cool twists and turns that happen through this. The dynamic between the characters are good. And yeah. Next, let's talk about the visuals. Since it's a Marvel movie, of course it's going to look freaking awesome. I mean, the space scene, pretty much everything that's not on Earth just looks beautiful. And even when they're on Earth, it still looks really cool. And yeah. Anyway, now we get to talk about the characters. There's Veers, who is kind of stern, but she still gets to be funny at moments, and yeah. Of course, Nick Fury is Nick Fury, Coulson is Coulson, and the green things that I forgot the name of. The leader that I think is actually a funny villain, but we'll get to him in the spoiler section of this video. So, anyway, I feel like the characters in this are really good. And now, let's get into spoiler territory.
Blah.
The green things aren't evil. It's the force that Veers is a part of. And her real name isn't Veers. It's Carol Danvers. But I'm pretty sure you already knew that if you knew a thing about comics. But I'm aware that there are people who watch this movie that don't know frick about the comics. Okay, so, yeet. Anyway, yeah. So, it turns out that I'm calling her Carol now is actually from Earth. She's actually a pilot. She helped take care of her best friend's kid. And they're not lesbians, they're homophobes. They're not lesbians, they're just friends. They're doing a little full house thing where a single parent taking care of their kid while their friend helps them. They ain't gay. Yet. So, anyway, I like her friends and they're good. Also, the cat. Also, I really should have mentioned this character earlier in the character section. The cat. There was a cat named Goose, and it's not really a cat. Like this alien thing that has tentacles that can come out of its mouth, and I love how it just behaves like an actual cat. That's awesome. It just happens to have weird tent-eye things come out of its mouth. I mean, that's just awesome. So, anyway, the people, the green people, yeah, they're not evil. See, the force that Carol is a part of, they actually pretty much just had the entire race of the green people basically just either murdering them or having them captive, including the family of the main one. So yeah, that was a twist that I did not see coming. So that is how you do a villain twist right. And there were hints during the movie. I mean, they talked to Lothar from Guardians of the Galaxy. So, this is how you do it, regular Disney films. You give hints that they could probably be villains. Not just spit it out at the last minute. That's how you do it, Disney. Keep it up. Do it with your animated movies. I mean, to be honest, you kind of did that with Coco. Coco was a good movie. I should have saw that in theaters. Fun fact, I actually was going to see Coco in theaters once. And it wasn't playing, even though it hasn't even really been like a month. So, it was like back in December. I don't remember if the movie came out in December or November. Probably November. Yeah, that movie. I was seeing it back in December, and they just wasn't playing. It hadn't even been a month. Thankfully, my mom did end up buying me the DVD because she knew I really wanted to see it, and how disappointed I was. So yeah. Here's a lesson, kid. Always see movies the month or week that it. Always see movies in the month that it came out. So, yeah. Or if it came out in the end of a month, then watch it in that week. Because you never know if you get the chance to see it. So anyway, back to Captain Marvel. So, Carol got her superhero name from a character named Marvel. She's actually an alien, and who was a dear friend of Carol before she got her memory, before she got amnesia. And yeah, Carol was tricked into thinking that the evil force was good. So, and now I feel like now's the time that I talk about the man who's on this shirt. As we all know, this was the very first Marvel movie released after Stan Lee's passing. Well, Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. I don't think we're counting Once Upon a Deadpool and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We're talking about like MCU movies here. And they were aware of this, and instead of having like the normal Marvel Studios whose intro, it replaced all of the scenes and images of the superheroes and from the MCU movies with a bunch of clips of Stan Lee, and yeah, that was really cool. And it said, "Thank you, Stan," right after that. And of course, I have to talk about the Stan Lee cameo. It was him reading from a book called The Mutants, and I think that was cool. We may not have the X-Men in the MCU at this time, but at least we got that little thing. I just realized he never got to see Avengers. And finally, the after credit scene, or the mid credit scene, basically what we all expected. Basically, Carol heads to Avengers HQ, and the Avengers are wondering, like, what the frick is up with that little beeper thing? What's going on with that? And Carol pops up, and she's like, "Where's Fury?" And the next Marvel movie is going to be Avengers Endgame. Main review for it's gonna be a really good movie. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video, and this was a good movie. It's sad to say, but the next Disneydude will not be Mario. It will actually be another vlog style one, but it will actually be a video on not a Disney movie, but a Disney fan film known as The Further Adventures of Walt's Frozen Head. What a title, man. In fact, it's actually, the day this video is being released, the movie actually premieres on YouTube. That's actually kind of cool. I actually thought of releasing that video today, but was like, no, we'll do it the next Thursday. And then it will be the Mario one, and then I'll just do whatever Disney stuff I want to do next. Okay, everyone, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when videos are uploaded. I will see you later. Bye!